In 2020, IBM stood as a towering figure in the technology world, boasting over a century of innovation and leadership. Based in Armonk, New York, IBM was a pioneer in corporate enterprise and mainframe computing, contributing to the rise of personal and networked computing. The company maintained a leadership role in cutting-edge areas like artificial intelligence, AI, blockchain, and quantum computing. Over the years, IBM adapted to numerous disruptions, solidifying its position as a top information technology company. The company supported customers of all sizes, small businesses, large institutions, and global corporations, in navigating technological change and digital transformation. IBM's expertise spanned across IT architecture and infrastructure, including enterprise resource planning, ERP, customer relationship management, CRM, data storage, analysis, and IT security. The company's deep relationships with client IT departments, often decades long, were key to its success. However, as digital transformation advanced, customer needs shifted. Business users increasingly sought software and platform solutions that didn't require centralized IT administration. This growing disconnect between IBM's offerings and customer needs led to a realization: IBM was solving IT department pain points rather than addressing the needs of end users. The birth of design thinking at IBM in 2012, then CEO Ginni Rometty recognized the need for transformation within IBM. She identified design as a critical component of the company's strategy to better meet customer needs and move swiftly in the cloud era. This led to a significant shift in IBM's approach, focusing on two main areas: hiring designers and teaching the entire company to think like designers. Design thinking, which emphasizes empathy for end users and constant cross-functional iteration, became central to this transformation. IBM established a corporate center of excellence, the Design Program Office, DPO, to manage the implementation of design thinking. The DPO introduced enterprise design thinking practices and frameworks, embedding designers into cross-functional teams that included offering managers, IBM's term for product managers, developers, and engineers. By 2020, IBM had hired 2,500 professional designers and trained over 250,000 employees in design thinking. This approach spread across all divisions, including cloud and cognitive software, IBM systems, and IBM services. The impact was evident. Design thinking enhanced customer experience, reduced project development and testing time by 1/3, improved time to market by 50%, and slashed the time needed to gather and align initial requirements by 75%. Enterprise design thinking. A new era for IBM. When Ginni Rometty became CEO, she challenged IBM's senior executives to rethink and reimagine the experience of IBM's customers. Her goal was to reinvigorate IBM's innovation while adapting to the cloud era and shifting the focus from selling to CTOs to engaging with line-of-business managers. Phil Gilbert, a passionate advocate for design and user experience, was instrumental in this transformation. In 2012, he led IBM's Business Process Management and Rules (BPM) group, where he championed design thinking principles such as empathy for end users. At that time, IBM had a ratio of 1 designer for every 33 developers on product teams. Gilbert recognized that to effectively integrate design thinking into product development, this ratio needed to improve to 1:8. Gilbert proposed hiring 1,000 designers, a bold move that was unprecedented at the time. When Rometty asked, "How fast can you go?" Gilbert took the lead as general manager of the newly formed Design Program Office, DPO. This small, centralized team was tasked with managing design and design thinking across the entire company. The challenge of integrating design thinking at IBM. As IBM embarked on its journey to incorporate design thinking into its organizational culture, the stakes were high. The company needed to integrate top-tier designers into its teams while also gaining the buy-in of long-established engineers and offering managers, OMs. These professionals were experts in complex technologies, but they needed the support of design thinking to help customers unlock the full value of IBM's solutions, particularly in the increasingly intricate fields of enterprise IT, data and AI, and security. At that time, IBM's product development process followed a structured series of steps, with user feedback only coming in at the end. Design thinking, however, flipped this process on its head, bringing the user's needs and experiences into consideration from the very beginning and at every step thereafter. Chris Hammond, a design principal at IBM, explained, "Design thinking turns that process on its head, so testing the end user's needs and experiences is brought in repeatedly from the beginning and at every step." Despite some familiarity with design thinking in certain areas of IBM, the company's culture was still deeply rooted in its technical foundations. Many IBM employees were skeptical about the value of design, often dismissing it as merely cosmetic and non-technical. Startup. Laying the foundation to introduce design thinking across its global workforce of over 400,000 employees, IBM's leadership recognized the need for a structured approach. The change initiative was divided into 3 broad phases: startup, scale up, and sustain. The first phase, the startup, involved assembling a small team within the Design Program Office, DPO, which reported to IBM's software group. During 2012-2013, the DPO focused on developing scalable methods and tools to make design thinking accessible to IBM's teams. In 2013, following the approval from CEO Ginny Rometty, the DPO invited business unit leaders to nominate projects to pilot design thinking. The selected projects, known as Hallmark projects, were crucial to IBM's future success and were led by individuals who were early adopters of design thinking. These projects ranged from newly acquired offerings to legacy products, with team sizes varying from 50 to 300 employees. The Hallmark projects began with a design bootcamp at the DPO's Austin, Texas, design studio. Here, team leaders were introduced to design thinking concepts and practices and started applying these lessons to their specific products. DPO leaders maintained close contact with the Hallmark project teams, meeting monthly to troubleshoot issues and build project pipelines. Over time, this model generated significant interest in design thinking across IBM. Scale up. Expanding the impact, most of the Hallmark projects met or exceeded their predetermined metrics of success, which paved the way for the DPO to expand the design program across more IBM projects. This expansion phase, known as Scale Up, focused on encouraging and supporting each business unit's local implementation of design thinking, without forcing adoption. General managers, GMs, were given the autonomy to decide whether to hire designers and invest in design thinking for their respective units. During this phase, the DPO evolved from a small team into a more comprehensive operation, complete with dedicated studios, talent management, and design practices teams. The DPO also conducted design thinking bootcamps, which brought together offering managers, marketers, and engineers from across IBM to learn and apply design thinking alongside designers. One memorable bootcamp targeted senior program and team leaders, many of whom were skeptical of design thinking. The camp began with an exercise where participants listed every reason why design thinking might fail at IBM. By the end of the week, only 2 participants remained unconvinced of design thinking's value. This approach, combining frustration with practical application, was key in converting skeptics into supporters. Between 2013 and 2015, more than 5,000 IBM leaders from various functions participated in similar one-week boot camps. The DPO also organized one-day boot camps for executives and large multi-day design summits, where project teams applied design thinking to their ongoing projects. By 2015, approximately 8,000 IBM employees, or 2% of the workforce, had engaged in some form of design thinking professional development. Enterprise design thinking. A new approach to further embed design thinking into IBM's culture, the DPO codified IBM's design practices into what became known as enterprise design thinking. This framework emphasized user outcomes, iterative development, referred to as restless reinvention, and the importance of cross-functional and diverse teams. The DPO also integrated concepts from agile development methods, which were becoming more prevalent in the tech industry. Initially, the DPO utilized a well-known design thinking model from Stanford University, which included a 5-step process: empathize, design, ideate, prototype, and test. However, this model faced resistance from IBM's engineers, who viewed it as too linear and incompatible with their agile mindset. Recognizing the need to adapt, the DPO developed a new model called the loop, which represented an ongoing, iterative process of observing, reflecting, and making. This approach was better aligned with IBM's engineering culture and facilitated broader adoption of design thinking. Enterprise design thinking also introduced three core management principles known as the keys: hills, playbacks, and sponsor users. These principles helped teams stay aligned with user needs and ensured continuous improvement throughout the development process. IBM Design Language and the Carbon Design System. In addition to these processes, the DPO began developing scalable tools to unify and enhance the user experience across IBM's diverse product portfolio. Adam Cutler, then IBM's Design Studio Program Director, spearheaded the creation of IBM's Design Language, a comprehensive system that included Human Interface Guidelines, HIG, Style Guidelines, and a library of visual elements such as icons and color schemes. This design language provided a consistent look and feel across all IBM products, while also allowing for brand-specific variations. To support this effort, IBM developed the Carbon Design System, an open-source platform that included working code, design tools, and resources to help unify design across different business units. This system allowed designers and non-designers alike to express IBM's design philosophy and principles effectively. Sustain. Ensuring long-term success. The final phase of IBM's design thinking journey was the sustain phase, aimed at transitioning the company to a self-sustaining design culture. The DPO continued to operate as a center of excellence, offering guidance to business units on nurturing design and design thinking. Digital self-service resources were provided, and the DPO measured the adoption of design thinking practices across the company. Business units were responsible for implementing design and measuring their own results, often using the Net Promoter Score, NPS, as a key metric. NPS provided a valuable measure of user experience quality, which is central to the goals of design thinking. By 2016, more than 100 IBM offerings had incorporated design thinking into their development processes, including all of the company's recognized growth products. This marked a significant achievement in IBM's ongoing transformation, demonstrating the power of design thinking to drive innovation and improve customer experiences. Z Systems Mainframes, a legacy of innovation. IBM's Z Systems, headquartered in Poughkeepsie, New York, represents the heart of the company's mainframe computer business. Mainframes have been a cornerstone of IBM's legacy, underpinning its reputation for decades. These powerful machines are integral to the global economy, supporting a wide range of industries, including finance, retail, healthcare, and government operations. From processing credit card transactions to managing enterprise resource planning, ERP, applications, IBM's mainframes have been vital to many sectors. In 2019, IBM took a significant step in integrating design thinking into Z Systems by hiring Shani Sandhi as the first design executive for the unit. Her role was pivotal in embedding design thinking into an organization deeply rooted in engineering. Z Systems embraces design thinking despite IBM's historical dominance in enterprise computing. The company's position began to wane in the 2000s. The launch of the Z13 mainframe in 2015 was met with tepid responses from customers. The issue wasn't the technical capabilities of the system but rather its disconnect from customer needs. Ross Mowry, who became the general manager of Z Systems around this time, recognized that the problem lay in the system's failure to address user pain points effectively. Mowry, who had long appreciated the value of design in other contexts, saw an opportunity to transform Z Systems through design thinking. He realized that simply focusing on technical excellence wasn't enough. The company needed to align its innovations with what truly mattered to its users. Restructuring Z Systems for design thinking in 2016, Mowry began the process of integrating design thinking into the development of the next-generation Z14 mainframe. This shift required a significant restructuring of the organization. Z Systems moved away from a traditional hierarchical structure, where teams were divided by discipline, to a more integrated, cross-functional model known as squads. These squads were composed of members with diverse skills, all working together toward a common goal. The transition wasn't without challenges. Resources were limited, and hiring designers often meant sacrificing new engineering hires. However, Maury and his team were committed to the change, recognizing that design thinking could bring about a profound transformation in how Z Systems developed its products. The impact of design thinking on Z14 development. By 2017, Z Systems had significantly ramped up the hiring of designers, despite some resistance from traditional engineers. These designers brought a fresh perspective to the product development process. For example, they introduced more nuanced user personas, which helped teams better understand and address the needs of different users. Design thinking also led to the creation of the pervasive encryption feature in the Z14 mainframe, a direct result of insights gained through user engagement and design research. This feature allowed users to instantly encrypt large sets of data, addressing a critical need for security and efficiency. The success of the Z14, which launched in July 2017 to widespread acclaim, validated the adoption of design thinking within Z Systems. The product was not only technically superior but also aligned with the real-world challenges faced by IBM's clients. The Z Design Thinking Council, a new approach to client collaboration. Traditionally, IBM's Z Systems had operated a Business Leadership Council, BLC, a forum where clients were presented with new features in a one-way communication format. However, in 2018, this council was reimagined as the Design Thinking Council. This new format emphasized collaboration between IBM and its clients, focusing on real business and technical problems. Instead of simply showcasing IBM's innovations, the Design Thinking Council facilitated co-creation between IBM's designers and client teams. Through activities like journey mapping and prototyping, clients and IBMers worked together to develop solutions that directly addressed user needs. Taking design thinking to the next level with Z15. By September 2019, IBM had launched the Z15, the second generation of mainframes developed with design thinking. By this time, more than 60 designers were embedded within Z Systems cross-functional teams, known as 3-in-the-box teams, which included engineers, designers, and offering managers. The hiring of Shawnee Sandy as the design practice leader for Z at the executive level further solidified the role of design thinking within the organization. Sandy's leadership marked a new phase in Z Systems' journey, where design thinking was not just an add-on but an integral part of the development process. By 2020, the number of designers in Z Systems had grown to over 100, and the company was pushing for even greater levels of co-creation with clients. This collaborative approach, supported by extensive client engagement, set the stage for the next generation of IBM mainframes, ensuring that they would not only be technologically advanced but also deeply aligned with user needs. Understanding the cybersecurity landscape. IBM Security has been at the forefront of helping organizations manage and respond to an ever-evolving array of cybersecurity threats. These threats range from common malware to severe incidents like data breaches and ransomware attacks, where cybercriminals take control of a company's IT system and demand payment to restore it. IBM Security offers a comprehensive suite of services that includes identity and access management, data and application security, pervasive encryption, threat intelligence, and more. With a presence in 95% of Fortune Global 500 companies, IBM is the largest provider of enterprise IT security in a $120 billion global market, helping customers handle over 70 billion security events daily. Mary O'Brien, General Manager of IBM Security, highlighted how the role of cybersecurity has shifted from being a back-office concern to a top priority for executives across all business sectors. This shift reflects the growing recognition of cybersecurity as a critical business risk. Challenges in a fragmented market. The IT security market is highly fragmented, with many IBM customers relying on up to 80 different tools from 40 vendors to protect their IT infrastructure. This fragmentation creates a complex environment where security analysts have to manage, monitor, and respond to thousands of security alerts each day, often struggling to prioritize and assess the most critical threats. On average, an analyst can only investigate 20 out of the thousands of alerts received daily, making it difficult to keep up with the rapidly expanding threat landscape. Adding to this challenge is a significant talent shortage in the IT security field, with an estimated 2 to 3 million unfilled positions globally. This shortage exacerbates the difficulties organizations face in managing cybersecurity effectively, particularly as the attack surface grows due to increased connectivity from digital transformation, the Internet of Things, IoT, and the ever-evolving tactics of cybercriminals. Adopting design thinking at IBM Security in 2013, IBM Security began adopting design thinking as a way to better understand and address the challenges faced by its customers, particularly IT analysts and other end users. A significant pain point was the lack of collaboration and knowledge sharing among companies in the cybersecurity industry, a stark contrast to the organized and collaborative nature of cybercriminal groups. This insight led to the development of X-Force Exchange, IBM Security's first product created using design thinking. The platform allows security analysts and experts to collaborate and share data safely, countering the collaboration seen among hackers. By 2020, IBM Security had fully embraced the three-in-the-box model, integrating designers into each product development team to ensure that the solutions were user-centered and effective. User personas. A deeper understanding of the customer design thinking helped IBM Security broaden its understanding of its users beyond the traditional focus on Chief Information Security Officers, CISOs, and Chief Technology Officers, CTOs. The realization that IBM's tools needed to be accessible to a wider range of users, including general IT administrators and security analysts, led to the creation of empathy maps. These visualizations depict what end users say, do, think, and feel, helping IBM Security design products that meet the needs of various personas within an organization. Initially, there was resistance from some engineers who believed that the complexity of IBM's products required specialized administrators. However, feedback from sponsor users, real-world customers who provided ongoing input, helped overcome this skepticism. The engineers began to see the importance of making IBM's tools more user-friendly, particularly as customers increasingly demanded solutions that could be used by line-of-business employees, not just specialized administrators. Impact on IBM Security offerings. The integration of design thinking into IBM Security's development processes led to significant improvements across its product portfolio. Two notable examples are QRadar on Cloud and CloudPOC for security. QRadar on Cloud. Enhancing usability through design thinking. QRadar on Cloud is one of IBM Security's most popular products, providing real-time detection of network breaches and other threats. Despite its robust features, QRadar had previously struggled with usability issues, which led to the loss of several major deals. In response, the QRadar team utilized design thinking to focus on user workflows for its 2019 release. The redesign unified all QRadar family components under a single, more intuitive interface, allowing users to more easily identify and prioritize the most critical threats. CloudPOC for security. A user-centered approach. In 2019, IBM released CloudPOC for security, a product designed with user workflows in mind. This solution connects a wide range of security tools and data sources, enabling users to quickly gain insights and respond to threats. Design thinking played a crucial role in the development of CloudPOC, ensuring that the technical solutions were not only powerful but also easy to use for the right person at the right time. Features like federated search across data sources and centralized collaboration spaces for analysts were directly informed by user feedback. IBM Data and AI. The role of design in AI development. IBM's Data and AI business unit has been at the cutting edge of AI technology, pushing the boundaries of what AI can do while ensuring that the technology remains usable and safe for customers. Adam Cutler, an IBM distinguished designer, emphasized the importance of design in the age of AI, stating that design thinking is essential for creating a relationship between humans and machines. This relationship is critical, as AI poses unique risks, particularly when it comes to black box machine learning models where the decision-making process is not transparent. To address these concerns, IBM CEO Ginni Rometty outlined 3 principles of responsible AI. AI should complement, not replace, human activity. It should be transparent about its training and data, and it should be useful to the humans employing it. These principles guide IBM's approach to AI development, ensuring that the technology is introduced in a way that is safe and beneficial for users. Adopting design thinking in IBM's data and AI unit. Rob Thomas, Senior Vice President of IBM Cloud and Data Platform, has been a driving force behind the adoption of design thinking within IBM's data and AI unit. When Thomas joined IBM in 2006, design was primarily focused on documentation and improving user interfaces. However, Thomas believed in a broader role for design, one that involved user-driven research and early engagement with customers to identify specific pain points. Thomas reconfigured development teams to include designers alongside engineers and product managers, using the 3-in-the-box model. This approach brought designers into the product development process from the beginning, ensuring that the final products were not only technically sound but also aligned with user needs. Between 2015 and 2020, IBM Data and AI tripled its investment in design, resulting in a higher ratio of designers to engineers and a deeper integration of design thinking into the unit's culture. Design thinking for AI. IBM's AI, Human Context Model. IBM has significantly invested in design thinking as a core component of its AI development, focusing on structuring human-AI relationships through the AI, Human Context Model. This model, developed through extensive workshops, begins with understanding the intent behind AI solutions, ensuring that human goals and needs remain central to AI design. The model identifies 6 primary intentions for AI applications, such as accelerating research, enriching interactions, and mitigating risks. The design process further addresses how machine learning models are trained and how AI outputs are communicated to users. A key example includes a breast cancer prediction model developed with Memorial Sloan Kettering, which was iteratively improved based on user feedback. AI in customer settings. Watson Studio and Watson Assistant. IBM's design thinking approach extended to products like Watson Studio and Watson Assistant. Watson Studio was reimagined to balance accessibility for less advanced users with the productivity needs of expert data scientists. Similarly, Watson Assistant was enhanced to improve user experience by focusing on content creation and simplifying the system's configurability, making it more user-friendly and reducing the need for IT intervention. Enterprise design thinking in client engagements. IBM's design thinking methodology was also applied to client engagements through IBM X and IBM Garage. These initiatives helped clients, like a global bank, to streamline operations and reduce errors by designing solutions tailored to their specific needs. IBM Garage, in particular, facilitated rapid digital transformation by enabling clients to quickly define problems and test solutions in collaboration with IBM experts. Ongoing design transformation at IBM. From 2012 to 2020, IBM underwent a comprehensive design transformation, embedding design thinking across all business units. With over 60 design studios worldwide, IBM has continuously improved its offerings by leveraging cross-functional teams and client feedback. As IBM moves forward, the challenge is to maintain this high level of design quality and agility, especially in rapidly evolving sectors like cloud computing, AI, and cybersecurity.